Hello, my scrappy friends. It is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and thank you for joining me for a Kidaholics Kids design team layout. Now, I'm doing something a little bit different for this video. Even though I just said it's a layout, it's actually a little flip book. Well, an open envelope book. It's a Happymail. So I have taken an envelope and created one of those. Now, my envelope is the size of the actual envelope I'm going to be sending it in. So I measured the size of my real envelope, and that was the base size, so before the flaps. And once I knew that, I could use an envelope like measurements guide where it says what is your card size, and I was able to put in the measurements of my card, and then I knew what size I could cut my paper. Now, I ended up cutting my paper, I think it was 10 3/4 inches, so it's quite a nice big envelope. Now, I have the We Are Memory Keepers all-in-one tool, so I was able to cut my envelope in that way. Obviously, if you have some other envelope punch board, you could use that. If you have none of the above, the best way I used to do this would be to trace a template. Maybe if you've got a silhouette, you could absolutely cut a template, but if I have nothing, I used to just open an old envelope and use that as a template to trace out. I did find making envelopes on my own without a punch board a little bit more difficult, so I'm sure you could Google it though. There would be a way. The little mini envelopes I also made, they're just 3x3 size. They took a little bit of fiddling because I wanted those to fit within the fold. And yeah, just creating lots of little pockets and little places to hide little goodies. The little pockets on the side, the sort of vine paper, I just guessed those. I just cut out a triangle and then folded over a little edge and just kept sort of folding until I got it right. Now, my aim for this, I have mentioned, if you've been watching my videos, that I did find this collection a little bit difficult to use. So my aim for this is to use as much of it as I can. I will still have papers left, but I am hoping to completely smash the sticker book. I will cheat a little bit because I am going to give some of the sticker book away as little special goodies in my flip book, in my Happymail. But that's okay. It is still a good way for me to clear this clear this out of my stash when it's a supply that I know I won't reach for that often in the future. So I'm just embellishing up, making it as pretty as I can. A lot of these stickers I have stuck onto white paper and then cut around them so they're not see-through anymore. I certainly find that a much easier way to use the supply. That little ephemera piece I just created then by sticking onto white paper is going to be the embellishment on the front of the envelope to where I can open and close that envelope up. If you are wondering why this is so super duper fast this time, it is because this took quite a while, and if I didn't have it this fast, this video would probably go for about an hour, and that's not really in keeping with the rest of my videos on my account. So I decided I'd just make it a nice, quick and short video where you can watch the process of what is going on. I am now creating a little pocket that's going across the whole base, and I'm sticking on the largest fussy cut floral that I had to use that up. And then my plan is to use as many more of the fussy cut florals as I can across this pocket. I really want to smother this pocket in fussy cut florals, and that'll be a really good way again for me to use those florals up. So all the little mini pieces are getting glued down onto this page. I did start by using my ATG gun, but these are all just a little bit too intricate, so it's easier to use glue. And you can see that I've got a whole entire sticker sheet there. And that's almost exactly what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to put those all across the back as almost like making my own pattern paper using the sticker sheet. So that will be the next step that you see me go through here. I'm just going to pull them off and stick them all down. I did have a couple of oranges and blackberries and blueberries that I had already stuck onto white paper and cut out. So I'll make sure that I stick those on in this section as well, because they're a perfect match with the other stickers. So I'm just going to go a little bit sticker crazy, sticker sneeze crazy, and get all of these out onto this section of the paper. This is probably the boring part of the video, so I'll make sure I talk to you about what else I have done. You may not be able to see it on the camera, but I also hand stitched in just a running stitch, or a back stitch actually, all the way around the edge of the white part of my envelope to make the double layered envelope. And I did that because I wasn't a massive fan of the map that was on the back side of this paper. I just made the same envelope size twice, so exactly the same, cut it out exactly the same size, did the score lines in exactly the same place, all of that. But then I trimmed 1/4 inch off every single edge, all 4 of the edges, and then I hand cut with my scissors the extra little dip that it needed to make it look even and evenly spaced out. So now I'm up to decorating the front, and as you can see, I'm just using the very last of my fussy cut florals and popping those larger pieces on each of the envelope sort of triangles, the folds. And then all the little teeny tiny pieces, I'm sticking those on as well. I think it's looking super, super cute. So even though this isn't a collection that I would necessarily reach for to create a layout, I absolutely adore the way this has come together for a flip book or for a Happymail. I think it is absolutely awesome. And I know that if I received this in the mail and opened it up, I would be tickled pink. So definitely a really nice way to use excellent supplies and amazing quality supplies to create something that doesn't have to go into one of my scrapbook albums. So this is just so much fun. So you can see I've got some threads that I'm going to use to tie it closed. I did make this video live and talk to you as I went, but my kids decided to interrupt me, so I am going to voice over the top of it. That little envelope I made out of baking paper. Never done that before, using grease-proof baking paper. It worked really, really well, except you must seal it with glue, because like double-sided tape and ACG doesn't stick to it, of course, because it is grease-proof. So had to use PVA glue to seal it all together, but that worked really well. So I filled it up with some stickers, and then as you can see, I put some strips of stickers in my pockets. I put some more stickers in the top envelope, some cut apart cards and some little banners. That little lady face banner was a gift to me, but it just worked so perfectly in this. I've added it on the top. The gift tags I cut off the cut apart sheet and added my own string to, and now I am going to tie this back up. I will, when I know who I'm gifting this to, I will also add their name using some chipboard thickers or some puffy thickers down in the corner, and it will be ready to post. I'm so thrilled with the way this came together. I hope you have enjoyed watching this a little bit different video from me, and maybe I have inspired you to use your supplies in a way that you might not have, and it'll help you use up some of that stash that you're not reaching for anymore. And I know your friends would love to receive something like this. So I hope I have inspired you, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next month. Bye everyone.